So tonight for dinner, my beautiful wife is cooking tofu stuffed with pork and cook it in tomato sauce. So basically, she bought some mushroom and rice noodle from the Asian market, and she soaked it in water until it got soft. And then she said ground pork, and she mixed it all together with some seasoning and some green onions. And then she took the tofu, she took the metal part out, kind of carved it out, and then she stuffed the pork in there. And then to make the tomato sauce first, we dice up tomatoes and we put it in a pan and we kind of saute it with some purple onions, and we keep doing it until it became like a sauce. So basically, you can use tomato paste or you can use fresh tomatoes, and that is what we do. We use fresh tomato. We just dice it up and cook it in a pan just like that. So we chop up some garlics and add it to the tomatoes and keep stirring until it became a sauce. Also, you can season with some fish sauce or some granulated chicken flavor base. You can get these two items at your Asian market. Uh, you can season it with whatever you want because you're the one who will be eating it and you know what you like. So for me, I like a slight saltier, so I add a little bit more. But if you want some sweet, you can add some sugar to it. So when the tomato sauce is ready, you take your stuffed tofu and you just add it to the pan. Make sure you kind of press it down so it doesn't sit on top of the sauce, but it's the stuffed tofu is sitting in the pan. Also, you want to spread it out so it will cook evenly. And then you can take the rest of the tofu that you carved out earlier and add it to it and cook it with it. Also, you want to add some, different herbs on top to help it with the flavor. You can do so, but you don't have to. In my case, I like a little bit of herbs, so that's what I'm going to do, add some on top. So after you put in all your tofu, take the lid and cover it, and then cook it about 5 minutes, and then flip it on the other side. Also to make sure to flip it on where the pork is, so it will uh, touch the pan, just kind of like that, stand it up. And then also another thing, make sure the sauce it also spread around. Otherwise, you will burn the tofu, and that is what you don't want it the tofu to be burned. So keep an eye on it. So after a few minutes on each side, you can flip it a few times. The key thing is to make sure that it did not burn on one side. Also, make sure the pork inside the tofu is cooked. And you probably cook a total of about 25 minutes. And then, when you think it's done, just serve it with some steamed rice, and you got delicious dinner